Welcome back to a very special episode of Let's Play Fez.
Yes. Very special. Oh, because it's probably the last episode.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how much you want to torture me with these bonus stars
Well-
that exist.
Okay, so I don't think any of the cubes that actually remain will... Oh, crap. This isn't going to be the last episode because the clock.
We're pretty close, though.
We are close, but the 3 clock cubes require futzing with your system clock to acquire.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we're not gonna get those on screen right now, at least. But maybe we can do that off screen, and people can take it as read that you show up at the right time, and then a cube happens.
All right, so anywhere that there's a question mark.
Yep. The general plan for this episode is we are going to edit out traversal. So there will be a lot of fades, and we'll pop back in when we get to a room with a question mark, at which point Matt doesn't leave until he has removed the question mark from the map.
Well, we're starting with the bell.
All right. Is that...
The bell is not the clock, or is it the clock?
No, the bell is not the clock. Those are different things. You can make that jump if you're careful. This is so nice. Is this, in fact, the bell room right here? Is the bell at the top of this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nifty. That works. Oof. Black holes are so obnoxious.
Very true. All right, we got the bell.
All right, you got the bell.
And I know what this means, but
Yes,
I do
you do.
need my...
Oh, come on. You don't need a cheat sheet for the numbers.
That's a good point. So that's the position for 1 plus 2, I guess means 3.
As we discussed, they don't have a unique numeral for 3.
Yeah, that's right. And this is... Let's see, that's just 10. So we got 3 10, and that would be 1. 2 plus 4 is 6. 3 10 1 6. I'm gonna try the obvious thing first.
Okay. Note that the bell is in fact swinging in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
Now it's going to spin in a circle.
Oh, I only pressed the button 6 times, but it rang a 7. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, maybe I need to look at it.
Why?
I don't know. Alright, let's try it again, and I'll try and wing it like that next time. I'll start with 1, just because.
Hooray, you're ending on the tonic.
Oh, that did work.
I'm very happy because the first time you did it, you actually didn't end on the tonic. And it would have been very awful.
Okay. Well,
All right.
I'm not musically inclined enough to know what that means, but I'll take your word for it.
It's the root of the chord. It's the key that you're in. Anyway, shall we see our viewers in the next puzzle room?
I think the next one is adjacent to this one.
Oh, fine. Ruin my nice transitions.
Oh, no, wait, no, because we can't get there. That's the 64 cube door.
All
I'll
right,
see you
then.
there.
Shall we see our viewers in the next puzzle room?
You win this round.
All right.
I found a lighthouse.
A lighthouse. Ah, yes. You should not have a difficult time finding the secret you missed in here.
Ah, ta-da.
Yep.
Is it on the pier? It is on the pier. That's annoying. Pier.
Oh my god. What
How
a
annoying.
pain in the ass.
All right.
What a pier in the... no, that doesn't... No, never mind.
You're fired.
No. Sorry. You win, lose, you some. I make the habit, by the way, of deliberately doing that to some phrases. I'm sure it comes across as simply, just precious to the point of being completely obnoxious, but I've actually gotten to the point where unless I'm thinking about it specifically, my default phrase will be, half of one, 6 dozen of another. It's what's funny though is how often no one even registers that what I said was wrong. And I don't know if that's because they're being polite or what. But
well, it's like you know how when you see a word, if the first and last letter are in the right position, it doesn't matter if the middle's all jarbled, your brain will still make sense of it.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you've seen those brain puzzles before.
Yep.
It's probably like that. It's like they know what you're saying.
Dude, do the code. We're waiting for you here. So, how do you feel about the way Fez reuses a lot of the same puzzles? Like, once you figure out what one of the pillars mean, it's the same for all. Or once you figure out what one of the tuning forks means, it's the same puzzle. What do you think about that?
To me, the game is all about exploration, and exploring is really fun. So having to go back and explore again and again and again is actually not a bad thing, because that's like really core and pivotal to the game. Mm-hmm. So it works for me.
And you're not bothered that the second time you see one, it isn't a puzzle anymore, it's just an execution problem?
Yeah, that doesn't bother me, because it's clearly about the journey here.
Okay.
Right. To the next room?
To the next room.
Well, here we are.
Oh, this room. Oh.
Wonder if I have a map for this. Well, I've got a blank parchment. No, that was just the stupid QR code.
Uh-huh.
This doesn't make very much sense. That is a code that I could execute. Do you think I should enter that now, or not really?
Well, you may as well translate it. I'm sure since you haven't found it yet, it'll come up at some point in this episode. So, may as well figure it out, and so you can just have it to hand whenever you find whatever the scrap corresponds to. I was gonna say something. I don't remember. I'm gonna have a lot to say about this room after you finish it.
Exciting. Those are all Tetris pieces.
That's always the case.
Funny.
Yeah.
I just never noticed. Okay. Well, would you look at this? Better get to a better vantage point. So that's an infinity symbol. And it's got... Actually, that's kind of interesting. Like right there, that is almost a number symbol in the very middle of it. And how is that different than this? It does appear to be similar to this. So there's two arrows pointing to the center, and then there's a string that I can enter.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, let's try entering in the string real fast. Oops, did it wrong. Damn it. Nothing.
What do you think the arrows meant?
I don't know. It's as if it's pointing to this symbol in the middle, which does...
Matt, look slightly to your right.
Candles. The empty one and the full one.
Okay.
Plus some candles. Alright, let's check the map again. It's burned, which is interesting.
But there's still enough clues to figure out how it should be oriented, even without part of it there.
I'm not... Oh, there's a... Okay.
What do you
There's a
suppose
line
the
going
arrows
straight
mean?
down.
What do you suppose the arrows mean?
Maybe I need to position myself so I stand in that?
Well,
square?
try that. See if that works. Then we'll try something else if it doesn't. But
It's really annoying to move your character.
Yup. This is actually one of the places where the PC's difficulty and rotation comes in handy.
Oh, I see. So I think this is probably good enough.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty squarely in the middle there.
Okay.
Alright, let's try that. Oh, this is a little strange.
Yes.
The monolith.
Indeed.
Like from 2001. Hey, guy. Alright, back to the little image here. So there's 2 arrows. I guess that was just to clue me in that I needed to stand in the center of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sequence. But there's the other whole half of this thing that's missing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's burned off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could try just standing in it. See if that helps me at all. Yeah, this is a little annoying to get in there. Okay, so here I am here. I could try the code again. Nothing. And I've got this mystery box that I can't really seem to jump into, or... Oh, I guess I could position myself so I'm directly under it. But even jumping now doesn't really seem to do anything. Even though I am directly under it. I could rotate with it. Huh, I'm not seeing a ton of clues here to tell me what to do next.
Nope.
Should I consult the map a little more?
Nope.
No? Have I just
Okay,
I've just done
here's
it?
what I'm going to tell you. There is no way you can possibly do anything else with this room right now. Would you like to know why or not?
Is this a Secret Star related room?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's a Heart Cube related room.
Heart cubes, they're called.
Well,
I
that's
don't know.
what
How do
people
you
have
want to
nicknamed
handle the
them.
heart cubes? What do
I'm
you
not.
think?
I'm not going to tell you how to get them. I can tell you if you want to know what the actual puzzles are, but I'm not going to tell you how to do them yourself.
But one of the puzzles is in here.
Yes. Rather, I'm going to tell you how you could go about finding the correct sequence to enter, but I'm not going to tell you what the sequence is.
Okay. Well, why don't we just leave it live for now, and we'll just get the rest of the little cubes that
All right.
we need to go in the 64 cube door.
Sounds good.
I wonder if that'll stay spawned.
It will. But there will still be a question mark there.
All right. Well, I'll just have to remember that. That was this room with the candles. Yep. Okay, I'm off here now.
All right?
See you in a minute.
Okay. Wait, there's still a secret in this room itself?
Is it because I didn't have the tetrominos at the time?
Maybe, but I think you... I don't know. Is... Huh.
It says secret.
Oh,
Does
I
that
bet
fast?
I know what the secret is.
You don't think it has to do with decoding this?
You definitely have. That's what opened the waterfall door right there. Nope, I think I know what the secret is. And it is one of the last big riddles you have... Not exactly riddle, but one of the big mysteries of the game you have yet to work out. If I'm correct.
Interesting. Well, I'm intrigued. Okay.
Yes, I was
Well, I
correct.
see
Okay.
There's a bird cage here, which is very interesting.
You do not need the bomb. You don't need to explore anything new. Everything you need is available to you. I will also tell you, it does not involve Tetromino codes or first-person view.
Oh, really?
Really.
So it's something that I potentially could have solved much earlier.
Absolutely. If you had known that this secret existed, you could have gotten it on your very first trip through the room.
All right. Well, I'm not seeing much that piques my interest here. Maybe it has to do with this crying man.
You mean the waterfall?
Yeah.
I'm going to encourage you to approach this by, out loud if you want, thinking about what you do see. What is there? And in particular, what is there that ought to trip some alarm bells, even if it hasn't before?
Alright, well, let's see. We've got a crate, which is interesting. Waterfall and bomb. I wonder if it has something to do with like the three-dimensionality of the room being off, that I'll only realize if I twist a whole bunch of times.
No, it's not that. Interesting idea, though. I just don't know how they would even implement that, frankly.
Okay. Well, there's this mine shaft here that just kind of goes to nowhere. Trail.
But you know it's in this room, not in one of the rooms just off it.
The bird cage is interesting to me, but I don't know if there's much to it.
Okay.
Seeing some animals.
Like what?
Frog. And a turtle. Oh, it's like the Super Mario turtle. Wonder if I can jump on it.
Interesting thought.
I don't see.
Doesn't appear to be working now.
Oh, it is. It does go into its shell when you get near it, though. That's
True.
interesting. Oh, but we've got another one of these owls. Okay. Owls are interesting. Was he here this whole time?
Nope, he flew in a moment ago. So,
And it's nighttime and there's Tetris blocks in the background.
okay.
But I'm really interested in this owl because
Okay.
owls are part of the mythology.
Yes, they are.
I don't know what I can do to engage with this owl in any fashion.
Well,
though.
what would you normally do to engage with something?
Press B. Oh, there you go. The many are one. The one is many. What? So I can talk to the owl. Okay.
Okay.
And I wonder if I can only talk to him at night.
That might be possible. I don't know what the rule is. That would not surprise me.
Well, I don't see that anything was caused to appear as a result of that.
Okay.
But the secret is gone. Okay. So that was it, huh?
Uh-huh. All right.
The mini is... What was it it said again? The mini are one, the one are many?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't remember the full script. Okay, on to the next.
Yeah, I think there is. They're very nearby, but I will find it.
All right. See you then.
Here goes.
Ah. This is the third of the Red Heart rooms.
There's a lot of words on there.
Yes.
I really wish I could be bothered to translate them.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna translate it for you. Okay. Please answer this security question. What's my name? Security question hint. My first half is what it is. My second half is half of what made it.
Okay. And it's the same on both sides.
Yep, it repeats.
First half is what it is, my second half is what made it. Alright, well, I've got the mini are one, the one are many.
Nope, there is no information anywhere else in the game that can possibly help you solve this puzzle.
So what was the hint again? My first half.
My first half is what it is. My second half is half of what made it.
Well, that'll be a fun thing to come back to later.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay leaving that unsolved if you don't want to talk about it on video.
Yeah, we'll do the heart episode special if we feel like doing it.
I'm not going to enable that. If you want to go look the stuff up yourself, you can, but...
Why do you say that?
Because the heart puzzles are very clearly there for the people who want to do that sort of thing. Like, the whole point is how difficult and unguessable they are.
Interesting. So you think that it should be a solo experience?
Or at least if you want to, if a particular solo person wants to spoil themselves, then they should do it for themselves. I'm not going to enable the spoiling.
How do I even get up there?
You go down.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I absolutely love this particular secret. I think it's brilliant.
I wonder if it's something like, you just go down enough times.
It's not that. I would not call that brilliant.
No. Oh, you kidding me?
We'll be right back after this short break.
God damn it. And we're back.
All right.
I was just exploring my theory of falling to my death repeatedly.
Yeah, you're not done with that, I see. Matt, what? Stop.
Okay, I'm looking for something out of the ordinary. And it's not a warp gate.
I really can't give you many hints. I'll answer questions you ask me, but there's not a lot I can do to start hinting that won't give away the entire thing.
Alright, I'll just explore for a while.
Okay.
I was thinking as I was traversing my way back here, having accidentally gone through that stupid gate, that this game would benefit from a waypoint system like in Grand Theft Auto, where you could just specify a waypoint and then it'll highlight the path you take to get there.
I can sort of see that.
Although I guess that kind of, ruins the mood a little bit.
I can see there being utility where, maybe if you've already been through a room, it'll, put a corona around the door that you need to exit by.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be completely out of character, if that's the word. That I don't feel like that would ruin the immersion.
Yeah.
Like, you still have to traverse the room enough to see the door with the corona.
Alright, let's keep looking here. So am I to imply from this first-person mode that the entire game world was built in 3D and then just transcoded somehow into this?
I think so, yeah, actually.
Interesting.
Well, I'm going to say again. Tell me what you see.
Well, it just goes down and down and down forever.
I will tell you again, you don't need first person for this. You could have solved this the first time you... I think the first time you came through the room.
Oh, this door isn't glowing.
That's the door you came in.
But doesn't it usually get the little, like, preview image? Weird.
You're right, and I'm not sure why it isn't, but that is the door you came... I'm pretty sure that's the door you came in. There's only one door into here, so...
Well, I'm just seeing a lot of water and some paths down. I'm not even seeing any codes written anywhere. There's really not much interesting here. Oh, yes there is! The whole thing is a code.
Yes!
That's funny.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, and is it the same from both sides?
Start with the side that the door faces in. So the orientation you come out facing, I believe, is what you want to use. Yeah. And it even has a nice break point for you.
Funny. That's really clever.
Yes, it is. This is another one of my very favorite puzzles in the entire game. I love when a game gets you to sort of suddenly you're looking at the same thing, but you all of a sudden see it in a totally different way.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy I didn't have to hint you at all for that one.
Did you get that one on your own?
I don't remember. I think I may have.
Alright, let's try this. Probably formed somewhere really inconvenient.
No, it formed in the same place.
Ooh, that was neat.
Yeah. Alright, where are we going next? Have we cleared out this region, or...?
Yeah, because that's a heart cube, that's a heart cube. This is the 64 cube door, I think.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Liberty Bell. The bell. Alright, let's try a little bit.
Yeah, we'll cut away from this and jump back in when you find where we're going. How about that?
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I've made it back to my home village, and I'm feeling a wave of nostalgia wipe over me.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I've played World of Warcraft for a while, and I was Night Elf, and I made it to the end game, and then I decided to go back and visit the newbie levels in World of Warcraft as a Night Elf, and I felt a similar sense of nostalgia that I'm feeling right now after having played through the game the whole way and coming back to your hometown.
Okay. Well, this is fairly straightforward.
Alright, I see a tetromino piece and a number. So I see 3 is that. Oh, I bet you there's 1 is this, 2 is that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that looks like a friggin' mess.
Fortunately, it doesn't appear important.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's see if I can figure this out. that's the numeral for 1, and it's paired with a particular symbol, so I'll enter that.
You know, I didn't have any problems my first time through, but the more I think about it, the less fun I find it to kind of go back and revisit Fez even vicariously, given how few the codes are. Like, solving the codes the first time is really cool. The way they kind of key it to you is incredibly well done. And after that, it's fun to go around and like, I have the power, I can solve all things, hooray. But as a puzzle game, it's not constantly rewarding in the same way a lot of other puzzle games are. Like, Cube at one point went a little far in the opposite direction, where it just kept throwing new things at us at one point, and it, for a while, kind of got way off track from the core of its gameplay and the original kind of elegance. Like, it had the lasers that had a couple really good puzzles, but really couldn't, sustain anything more complex. But it was fun, and it kept your brain working. And I feel like at this point, the pauses and the work we're doing, too much of it is just translation. Oh, another pillar, that means there's another code, that means I pause for a minute or two to translate it.
Yeah, this is a little annoying. Especially this one, because I'm noticing it's oriented differently than they usually are. These are all rotated 90 degrees from the way that the information is usually presented to you.
I suppose, but that means you don't have to tilt your head. That means when it points left, it means left.
That's probably true for most people, except that I actually took the time to transpond, to rotate my code. So my code
was... I see.
So now I have to tilt my head. So you used to have to tilt your head to the right, so now I need to tilt my head to the left for this? Is that correct?
Well, so right now you're looking at left trigger, right trigger.
Oh, that's what those two symbols are?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So I can work backwards from there. Yeah, so I just need to rotate my 90 degrees this way.
So Fez has a couple of discrete puzzles, like that last secret room we were in with the giant tetrominos forming the structure, that are awesome. But the exploration is wonderful, but the bulk of the puzzle gameplay is not... I don't know. It loses a lot for me now.
I'm having trouble finding the number 7.
Yes, you are.
I wonder if that's because they're forming it in a way that is different than the way that I did.
Nope, it's another poster hung on the wall.
Alright, but the number 7 is going to have if we're talking about the clock hands, one of the clock hands is pointing to 9 and one is pointing to 6. That's how you form 7?
Yes.
There's no other way to do it. Yeah, I don't think there is. Alright, so somewhere on here there's
I mean, technically you could have 4, 1, 2. So hands at 9, 12, and 3.
Right. Okay, I'll look for that too. Oh, which is what it is. There you go. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, got it. And then I just need 8. Where's 8? Oh, unless there's only 7. No, there's always 8. Well, come on, man.
Well, try it with 7 first and see if it works.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That might just be 7. Yeah. You think I'm doing it wrong?
No, I have no idea whether you're doing it wrong. You're just doing it slow. So, I'm going to talk more about puzzle design and what this kind of reminds me of. So, I don't remember when it was. I think it was in an earlier episode. Oh, it's when we re-recorded Vessel Part 6, the Lost Commentary. I was talking about mystery hunt puzzles. And one of the real, you get a lot of puzzles that are like, they're a crossword, but then the grid, if you look at all the O's in the completed grid, then they form a shape or something.
Yeah.
But then there's another very common type of puzzle that on first appearance is just a list of random, like, sentences or fragments or words. I remember one that I worked on in one of the very first hunts I ever did that was a whole bunch of very abstract kind of sort of crossword style clues, but they were all strange. They didn't correspond to any obvious stuff. And the trick was you had to realize that they all clued the names of horses that one placed or showed in a Kentucky Derby.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And it is sort of interesting. And then once you had that aha moment, you could put them, and then you had to sort them in terms of like year and place, or take the nth letter from the horse's name given what place it finished in the race, or something like that. Anyway, those types of puzzles are called ISIS puzzles because they follow a set of steps, which are identify, sort, index, and solve. Indexing is the process of taking the nth letter given an index n, like how they placed, or where they are in the alphabet, or something like that. And the first step, the problem is the only really interesting one. The best part of those puzzles is when you go, oh, they're all Kentucky Derby winning horses. And past that point, there's increasingly diminished returns. Like, there's still some amount of fun to be had in, okay, so now I know all these are cluing horses. Oh, that must be what this clue means then. Before it was incomprehensible. That kind of stuff.
Sure.
But those get less fun because eventually you run out of stuff that you know, and then you have to go digging up, like, okay, here's a list of all the horses that won. I'm going to go through this clue. I'm going to take this clue and go through this list one at a time until I find the one it matches. And you kind of lose some of the joy from it, which is not always the case in the more inventive, like the crossword style things, where you get the same fun of solving a crossword the whole way through. Fez,
I got some bad news for you.
What?
I just double checked it twice. The 7 inputs isn't right, and that makes sense to me because every other time I've had to input a Tetromino code, it's been 8 inputs.
All right, that's what I thought. You're missing one.
So what the hell?
Thank you for censoring yourself. We have a very sensitive viewer base here. Well,
I mean,
where could it be?
I'm wondering if it's like formed in the geometry or something. There's a bucket. Oh, I can do first person. Maybe it's
Yes,
on
you
the
can.
Floor, or is the ceiling? Or just in a place where it's always blocked by this stupid boiler.
Very good.
That's 1, and 3 is 4, and 4 is 8. That's it.
There you go. Nicely done. I didn't have to clue you at all.
Alright, let's try this again.
Alright.
That's clever, though, the way that... Oh, I thought I saw it. You could sort of see it
Uh-huh.
here. So you don't even need first person, technically.
Technically, no.
Interesting. Alright.
Anyway, so good writing teams will try to avoid having too many ISIS puzzles in their hunt because there's that diminishing return effect. Like once you have the major breakthrough, it's hard to have another moment of genuine puzzliness where you're like, oh, I suddenly, it suddenly shifts focus and I see the same thing a totally different way. The way you did with the last secret room. The Tetromino code, while it isn't in any meaningful sense an ISIS puzzle, has the exact same problem. There's that initial moment of discovery. There is that wonderful aha when you get to that room with the giant monolith that helps you decode, and you're like, oh, it's responding to my movements. Oh, those are the things I've seen everywhere. Oh, cool. But after that, the returns and how much fun it is to find each subsequent anti-cube gets less and less. Why haven't you solved this yet?
I don't know.
Show me 8. Show me 8. I'm going to tell you what direction it is.
Okay.
8 is right trigger.
That's what I have.
Okay, so let's show me 1. 1 is up.
1 is up?
1 is up. Okay, Matt, just go into first person and walk me through, because I can see him better in first person.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Do a little dance on the table. You didn't do a dance on the table. Have you no joy?
I don't. That code was really annoying, man. It's like the whole time it's usually rotated 90 degrees, and then it's just fucking with me, man. It's just
Well, then you should have rotated your head to read your key.
I did that, and I apparently got one of them wrong and didn't realize. It's annoying.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else?
See you in a minute.
All right. See ya. All right. You got a secret here? This is a big thing.
There's a secret in the windmill.
Huh. Okay. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I'll have to find out. I believe you wanted to climb up the vines on the first platform.
Ah! Stop! God! Yes. I mean, maybe there's just a pillar in here that I can transfer?
Yeah, there might be something like that.
Wonder if it's windmill related. Huh. Not much up here.
Might be an owl.
Yeah, I can wait until nighttime. Oh, and we're back. When did this little buddy fly in here? Man, they're stealthy.
Nighttime. See, the sky's pink now.
Hexahedron, octahedron, dodecahedron. That's 6, 8, 20?
Correct.
Her sacred geometry.
No, wait. Dodecahedron is 12? Or 20? Now I don't remember for sure. I think it's 12. I think 20 is icosahedron.
Oh, wow. Alright, well that takes care of that. We do have a mausoleum to tend to.
Ah, shall we head
There's
there?
an owl statue, and I believe this giant owl statue is not something I can solve yet.
Not quite yet, though you're almost there.
And then I'm really curious what's going on here in the old cabin in the woods that like takes you into the graveyard rainy nighttime.
Is there
level.
still a secret in that room?
Yeah, it's probably an owl then, huh?
Could be, yeah.
Okay, well I'm headed there.
Alright.
So
See you when you
I'll
get
see
there.
you soon. Right, well, we've just exited the spooky cabin, and there's.
And we're now in the
thing
non-spooky cabin.
Yeah, that's right. I did solve this puzzle, but there's still a secret, so.
Owl. It's
I
gotta be
think
an
it's
owl.
an owl.
Yeah.
It's on this. Gonna be on this tree, and I'll see you in 2 minutes.
Okay. Talk to you then.
I'll put a radial wipe.
Radial wipes. Oh, nice. How about star wipes?
We could do a star wipe, but I think a radial wipe is more appropriate.
Like a ticking clock. It's so metaphorical.
You're right. I am a genius. Your words, not mine.
Oh man, I can't. I know I've asked you this before, but do you watch Archer?
I don't.
Ah,
I have some friends who do.
it's
I'm still working my way through Twin Peaks, which you told me to watch.
okay. That's fine. That's fine. Archer is absolutely fucking brilliant. Like, it's amazing. It's probably, it's not necessarily the funniest show on television. It's not to a lot of people's taste. Like, it's extremely vulgar.
Annie watched an episode and didn't like it. I haven't watched an episode.
The characters are horrible people. Like, there's a few of them who are not completely horrible, but the majority of the main cast is just awful. And it's one of those things where it's very clear, very, very clear, that the main character's sexism is not merely ironic. Like, it's awful. Like, you're supposed to laugh at him. It's not a show that if you are sexist, you will find funny at all. But he is extremely sexist. So it's stuff like that.
Interesting.
Like, it sets up horrible characters and then it rips them apart, and that's where a lot of the humor comes from. But the other thing about Archer that it's an animated show, and it has some of, just bar none, the best comedic timing in any show I've ever seen. Like, they are absolute masters of knowing, like, how long to hold an awkward pause for.
Oh, wow.
Like, they get
like Family Guy stuff.
I wouldn't insult Archer by comparing it to Family Guy. No, it's like, just they have the pacing and the beats, the comedic beats, exactly right. So
that's cool.
Even if you don't like the humor, it's a certain thing where you can watch and acknowledge it's amazing. Why have you paused the game?
The owl's about to fly in.
So what? Let's just leave this. Yeah, whatever. We'll leave this section in. I'm talking about fun things. Screw it. Screw it. I'm talking about Archer. It's interesting. People can relate to it. It's not like random stories from my life about my dogs.
Which we've also told plenty of.
Yeah, and people. Have you been following the thread? People are not a fan of that, so I'm trying to avoid it now. Which is sad because my dogs are wonderful. Anyway, it's Archer's masterfully crafted humor. Like, they know what they're doing, and they execute it really well. And hey, here's the
buddy. I'll have to watch an episode. A Point of Origin After and Beyond.
If you have not watched any, the episode I would suggest, I think it works pretty well as a standalone introduction, is Season 4, Episode 3. It's called Legs. It is one of the funniest episodes of television, period, I've ever seen. It is genius. I do not praise humor lightly. I'm very picky when it comes to things that are trying to be funny. And again, it may be a little too vulgar it may be a lot too vulgar for a lot of people. But if you can stomach it, my God, it is a masterpiece of comic writing.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, leave that shit in. I know that we're mostly cutting out traversal and waiting, but that's some serious advice. Everyone should hear this.
This has been a public service announcement.
Yep.
By Matt's Play Fez.
You're welcome. All right, wake me when you get to the next one.
Okay. We're entering the mausoleum. Do you think this says bits to bits?
That's what I was thinking, but I can't see it to read for myself right now.
That's clever. Dust to dust. Bits to bits.
All right. One of the cooler rooms in the game right here. I like that it has its own music too.
Alright. So this piece has the number 2 on it. So let's look at the one with the number 1. So we've got 1, 2. That is a 3. That's a weird way of making 3, but that's 3. And then 4. Got it. So we should start with 1. And 1 is the lower right door. It's 1, 2, 3 together.
On which side? Have you identified which face? Okay.
I believe it's this one because it's yep. All right. There's one.
don't believe you will get any confirmation until you complete the entire puzzle successfully.
Alright, let's check out 2. 2 is... this one. Yep, it's this one.
Seriously, you moved like 3 feet between checking the map there.
I can't keep in my mind where all of the doors are, so I checked the top 2 rows and then the bottom 2 rows.
But
That's all that
in
is.
between, you moved yourself.
Yes, because I've got mad skills.
Yeah, the faces are fairly easy to tell apart. They don't look much like one another. They have very distinctive shapes and layouts.
Alright, here's 3. This doesn't seem like it's very hard to execute against. You just need to have all these maps.
Yep, and you have to recognize the maps and put together their purpose.
Ooh.
Ah, this room.
I can feel it. I can feel the cosmos. What is that? Something is just barely escaping my view. It's all the way out there. How do I get out there? If I keep rotating, will it like get closer?
What do you think?
Yes? I want to believe. Okay.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
I
if you,
can get in the water.
yeah, I was gonna say, if you touch the water, you lose your entire save game. So let's not try that.
Well, the water looks like lava.
It does.
I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. I still like this room. It's fun.
Would you please just get up there, little dude? What is your deal?
Are you holding up?
I'm trying to. I thought I was. There we go. Sheesh. What? I got a skull. I got an achievement called Phrenologist.
Yep. There's an achievement linked to all 4 of the artifacts.
So the legends were true. They did come here.
Well, take a look at your new skull.
I will shortly. Oh,
Okay,
God.
yeah, why would you do that? You're not going to make it faster by rotating.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am certain. You realize what this is, of course.
It's the three-eyed people.
It's proof of alien life. That's an alien skull. The weird squid. Stop that! Just swim!
I just don't know which direction I'm supposed to swim in.
Really?
I'm confused. Is it to the right?
Spin it until you see what side it goes on, and then go there.
Well, maybe that's what I was trying to do, but Mr. Impatient Pants over here was
But you
telling
were
me-
going in the right direction, and you're like, am I going? And then you spun it so you weren't anymore. I'm fairly sure you're not at this point.
Is that so?
Yes. Now go to the right. No! Jesus, fuck! Oh my god!
I will die here.
I will die here! Fuck you! Oh my god. Yeah, anyway, this is a really neat room. Alright, you solved the mystery of the mausoleum. Oh, I just thought it's kind of cool. It's sort of like they implied, you know, they have this alien skull and it is seriously locked away. Like, not only is it buried, but they have a labyrinth to prevent people from getting to it. That's kind of cool as a little bit of world building. All right,
Yeah.
let's jump
Okay, so-
ahead to the next secret.
I can sort of tell from the little preview image here that this is going to
Oh,
be just an annoying
yep.
one of these. I'm starting to think, I'm being reminded rather of why I dislike 100% in games. Like Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption or whatever.
Yeah,
Do
you'll
ever
remember what I
100%?
originally told you about 100% in Fez, right?
Which is what?
That we will play the game until you have explored the whole map or get bored, whichever comes. Did I say first? I think I said later. I don't know.
Well,
Like,
haven't
we'll explore the
technically
whole map
explored the
and
whole
then-
board.
Yeah, whichever comes later. No, that works. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, what?
We haven't technically explored the whole map, though.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like, we passed the point, I think, last episode where I would say you can stop anytime you feel like it. On the other hand, at this point, we are, in fact, very close to actually completing it for real, in full.
Yep. You're right. I should stop.
Yep.
Alright, that is left. No, it's not. Left, down, right, up, up. Oh, it doesn't work if you're hanging off the edge. Okay. What? Really? It wasn't that?
Oh, man, I'm not translating this for you. I can't see well enough, and I don't care.
I can't see well enough, and fuck you.
And I don't
Alright.
care. Yeah. I'm just fucking looking it up. I don't even care anymore.
Left, down, right, up, up. What is your major malfunction here? Well, of course now it works.
Yes.
Stupid Fez.
Hooray. We solved it.
The world is safe. Alright.
Which is good, because I was having a hell of a time trying to figure out how to identify that particular puzzle in Google.
The annoying one. No?
Fez pillar, no the other... No, not that pillar. Yes, that one. .com.
Isn't this nighttime? Oh, there's the owl. Hey, little buddy.
Hooray!
The
Is that
13 circles, the 64-bit name of God.
our fourth owl?
It is.
All right. Now we can go to the owl room.
And the owl room is...
Back by
Alright,
the
so
graveyard.
We're going to skip the clock in the observatory for now.
The observatory is a red heart cube. You're not getting it unless you cheat and look it up online. And the clock is the clock, and we've spoken about the clock.
So, I think that just leaves...
So the clock accounts for 3 more, I believe, anti-cubes. What's your cube count right now?
hang on, let me set a waypoint here. No, kidding, it doesn't work. 31 and 27.
30. So there are still 2 more anti-cubes we could collect right now.
And one of them's going to be from the owl.
I don't remember what the prize for the owl is. It might be an anti-cube. That would seem likely.
Well, let's see what we got.
All right.
Alright, I found the owl room.
The owl room.
The owl room.
It's the owl room.
Oh, check this out.
All 4 owls. You found them.
And they opened this door for me.
They did.
Should I just sit tight? Hello, owl. Oh, there's a cube bit.
There it is.
Ah, who's got 2 thumbs and just found all the yellow cubes? this guy. Actually, I don't know if he has thumbs.
I thought you were referring to yourself anyway, so...
I do have thumbs, to clarify.
Yeah, I know. So it confused me when you suggested that you may not.
I'm surprised there wasn't more excitement at me finding that last yellow cube. Doesn't seem very cool. I mean, I worked hard. Okay, so I go to the observatory.
Go to the
and then we're gonna do
observatory.
the clock outside of the game.
Yep. Alright. Sorry about that. I totally forgot, because when we were last in the observatory, you hadn't found the Tetromino code yet. Alright. So skip ahead till you get there.
Nothing interesting here.
So... Let's go look at that telescope.
Alright. Then it is settled. We shall look at the telescope.
Alright. What can you see?
That it needs to be nighttime.
Yes.
Alright, I can't move this or pan it at all. I see a square. Okay, I'm starting to see some constellations fill in. Are they going to fill in a particular order?
Yeah, read from left to right.
But I need to wait until they...
You know, you're good.
all fill in.
You have the minute or whatever of nighttime to see all of them. Because there's 4 orientations you can put the telescope.
Oh, how do I do that?
Go down and hit the... Just underneath, there's a pivot point. Just write them down for right now. You don't have a lot of time to translate in the middle of the night. You gotta get them all before it's daytime.
I doubt very much that that'll happen, but we'll see.
Well, if you don't take time to translate yet, then it's okay. So that's right trigger jump. Wrong way.
Sure?
Yup, positive.
Look at that.
Once more. Alright.
Let's try this again in 2 minutes.
Oh, is it already daytime?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm very bad at this game.
told you.
I love the sunset here in Fez.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's left. And
I can't see the second one, but yeah. Oh, left, right trigger. Alright. Last one. One more. Push the left side of the pivot. There you go. Right trigger. Alright, let's do it. Jump on top of the telescope. Do a little jig on top of the scope itself.
oh, that's kind of funny when you get a 3D view. It does definitely break and look bad. Okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
I don't know.
Sometimes I've noticed that you have to enter the code a couple of times. It's kind of finicky.
Yeah, don't know. It definitely is a little finicky about the timing. Anyway, congratulations. You have solved all the actual puzzles in Fez, except for the Red Heart Cube ridiculous puzzles.
And what we need to do next is go to the clock at those 3 intervals and get those 3 missing cubes off camera.
/ go to the clock and change your system time a couple times.
And then see what's behind the 64 cube door.
Oh man, so you're going to be disappointed. Anyway,
But
we can do that as a minor bonus video at some point in the future, because what we actually want to do is go back and see the new ending now that you have all 64 cubes.
Once I have all 64.
Exactly.
Is something interesting going to happen when I pick up the 64th cube, or no?
I think that Dot, I don't remember what the actual name is, will say something, but not particularly. No, the main reward is that you get the, good ending, quote unquote.
And access to the 64 cube door.
That's
which
not
is
a
gonna
reward.
Hold something incredibly awesome and powerful. And I'm really excited to see what it is.
Anyway, so I will save my final commentary on the Red Heart Cube stuff for that video when we do it. But I think for now, we should call this the end to our proper playthrough of Fez.
Sounds good. Thanks for playing.
All right. We'll do a final little cleanup thing later. But for now, goodbye, Fez. You were a game.
Goodbye, Fez. Thanks for being you.
All right. See you for one more episode of Vessel and then our next LP.
Sounds good. See you then.